Hold on to your rain gear, because Deadliest Catch just delivered a whirlwind of chaos, betrayal, and pure adrenaline in Season 21, Episode 12. The crab fleet is hammered by winter's first big storm, pushing every captain to their edge, both physically and mentally. This episode isn't just about battling monstrous seas and chasing monster crab hauls. It's a tightrope walk between old partnerships and new rivalries, with some of the most cunning and desperate moves we've ever seen on the Bering Sea. If you thought the crab wars were over, think again, because Sig and Rick take the gloves off in a knife, fight for Apelio territory. Keith's health hangs by a thread, and Jake's engineering skills are pushed so far, you'll need to see it to believe it. The action kicks off in unforgiving weather, with Monte and Keith on the Wizard feeling the strain of days spent riding out the storm. Keith's kidney is giving him hell, but with 175,000 pounds of Bertie crab quota and a battered back, he's got no choice but to push through. Their dialogue is tense and unfiltered, the kind of exhausted banter you only get from real crabbers flirting with disaster. As the boat shudders through the waves, it's clear the only thing more unpredictable than the Bering Sea right now is what condition Keith is going to be in by the episode's end. Cut to Jake Anderson on the Titan Explorer, and things get even more dicey. With the Apelio crab fishery finally open after 3 years, Jake traded his easy money for a high-price Bertie quota, hoping to score a huge payday. But in the thick of 15-foot seas, his steering goes down, not once, but twice, leaving him truly dead in the water. Philippi, the engineer, patches it up, but it's a fleeting victory. One moment Jake's celebrating a table full of big crab and high spirits. The next his steering's shot, hot wires threaten fire, and there's no help for 100 miles. Jake and his crew don't call for a tow, though. Instead, in what might be one of the craziest MacGyver moments in Deadliest Catch history, Jake rigs 2 crab pots not for fishing, but for emergency steering. He hangs one off each side of the boat, dipping them in and out of the water as improvised rudders, literally dragging his way through the gummy seas. The plan is mad, dangerous, and absolutely genius. Against all odds, it works. We watch in disbelief as Jake wrestles the Titan Explorer home to Dutch Harbor, fighting massively gusting winds and nearly grinding the dock, his nerves rattled raw. Jake jokes about looking like a drunk sailor, but he's just proven he's more clever and more stubborn than anyone else on the water. Bottom line, if he doesn't catch his quota, there's no shot at buying the Titan. The stakes feel life and death, and that tension never lets up. Meanwhile, north on the Apelio grounds, there's a high-stakes game of deception and maneuvering unfolding between Sig Hansen on the Northwestern and Rick Shelford on the Aleutian Lady. With the snow crab fishery reopened, for the first time in years, the amount of money and pride on the line is enormous. Sig and Rick started the season sharing intel and plotting together. They split up the ground, hoping both would get their fill. But as soon as Sig realizes Rick used him for personal gain, prospecting and finding the big crab edge for himself, he gets suspicious, cutting off his transponder and slipping stealth mode, watching Rick's every move from afar. It's straight up chess, with Sig trying to outsmart Rick, refusing to be anyone's pawn. He's setting pots, end for end, right over Rick's lines, lights off, looking for his own big break. Rick, meanwhile, is busy hauling a massive catch, determined to outpace Sig and hold onto his profitable area. Both captains are hunting for hundreds of thousands of pounds, but only one can claim the best patch. When Sig pushes into Rick's zone, things get real ugly. Rick finds Northwestern pots right where he thought he'd have privacy. He's furious, feeling like Sig brushed aside the agreement and stole his hotspot. There's no more partnership. Rick's ready to go scorched earth, literally celebrating as they cut gear and push to dominate. Sig's boat crew finds one of their pots sabotaged. Web cut, crab scattered, money lost. Sig is livid. That's not just rough play. That's a direct hit to his earnings. In a twist of deadliest catch drama, Sig doesn't back down. Instead, the Northwestern goes full retaliation, sneaking up on Rick and unleashing a flare in a nighttime surprise attack that's half prank, half warning shot. The rivalry is out in the open. Payback is real. Alliances are shattered, and the future of the partnership is gone. All across the fleet, winter's fury is taking its toll. On the Wizard, Keith's pain worsens with every roll of the boat. His kidney isn't just bruised, it's possibly serious. But with crab counts rising, the pressure to haul and hustle outweighs any medical caution. Waves top 30 feet, pots have to be set off course, and now every haul is of all and hide. Grab the line, run for cover, and hope the next wall of water doesn't take the crew out. Every captain is making calculated compromises, balancing health, safety, and profit in conditions that would break most people. As dawn breaks over the crab grounds, the episode winds down emotionally. The immediate storm has forced everyone to improvise or go home empty-handed. The Titan explorer limps into harbor, battered but alive. Jake's crew all hands on deck with makeshift steering. Northwestern and Aleutian Lady are locked in Cold War. Sig, ever the tactician, preparing for one last surprise, while Rick is unrepentant, happy to burn bridges if it means a bigger catch. Keith, a battered warrior, hopes he can catch his quota before the pain in his side demands real medical help. What's clear is that both nature and human ego are in full attack mode. The crab fishery reopening has changed the stakes, turning old partners into cutthroat adversaries, and forcing every captain to choose between cooperation and competition. The storm was just the beginning. The real battle is for pride and profit, with the very real risk of going home broke or broken. To sum it up, Season 21, Episode 12 is a masterclass in deadliest catch drama. You've got wild innovation, near disaster, betrayal that cuts deeper than the waves, and a crab fleet as fiercely competitive as ever. The epic storm forced everyone to reveal who they really are: risk takers, schemers, and survivors. With steering failures and sabotage, this episode is a reminder that the Bering Sea is merciless, but so are the men who chase its riches. Thanks for sticking with this wild recap. I want to hear your thoughts. Was Jake's crab pot steering the wildest fix you've ever seen? Which captain crossed the line in the fishery food, Sig or Rick? Drop your opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with fellow Deadliest Catch fans, and subscribe for more deep dives into TV's toughest sea battles. See you next time.